do you see it as mental mistakes right now, or is opposition maybe adjusting to you?
I think it's both. I think obviously teams are going to spend time and effort on trying to shut down our power play. Our skilled guys are out there. We're the same. You know, we try to do an analysis of what the opposition's trying to do on their power play, and we're trying to put pressure on where they like to go, and it's the same thing. And we've got to make better decisions with the puck. It's simple as that. You know, again, we're guilty of turning the puck over in a critical area, and that kind of stuff has to stop.
Looked like you were forcing in that last game. At least one of those errors was trying to force it through with 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, and you know, if the play works, it looks good, but it doesn't look so good today to us. And that's one of the things that you always scratch your head over, is why are we trying to do that in that situation? But as I always say, it's a lot easier from where we're sitting, where we're watching.
What have you liked from McCooley's game that is?
Cooley is just a pretty simple guy. He's a big-bodied guy that can control the puck down low. He's real strong on the forecheck. You know, people don't realize he's well over 230 pounds. He doesn't look like he's got, but he's a force when he is in on the forecheck and controlling the puck down low. And he gives us a sense of defensive responsibility, and he's a reliable player.
What do you like? What do you like about going with 7D, Randy? Is it something you'd rather not do moving forward?
I don't know. We've done it quite a bit as of lately, and we think that it does two things. It gives our offensive players a little bit more ice time. We try to spread Phil around a little bit more. Try to get some more minutes for Clarkson and Lupel, because we specifically sat, you know, and had left wingers sit out, you know, so we've been able to move some people around and give those offensive players a few more minutes, and then it takes a little bit more load off of some of our defensemen. If you get into a special teams game where you've got lots of power play and penalty killing, it chews some of the minutes there also.
Dion wasn't out there. Is that on a maintenance day, or can you?
Maintenance day for Dion. He's got some bumps and bruises, as we have lots of players, but we feel that it's his best interest for him not to skate today. If he skates tomorrow morning, and then he's available for our hockey club tomorrow night.
Do you like the fact if you have Ashton and Bodie on the wings with McClellan, it gives you a pretty good skating line?
Well, it's, again, size, and they can move. They're young kids. We're trying to, again, as we said, with Holland and Ashton, those kids have got their feet wet in the NHL, and now it's time for those guys to take the next step and make a contribution for our hockey club.
You think Ashton bumps one in, kicks one in, and bounces off of him, but suddenly the goal is what comes for him?
Well, he does it in the American Hockey League. He goes down there and he's very noticeable on the ice, and he separates himself in a hurry down there. So I think just that the idea and the mindset of the game coming to him versus him pushing the game here, chasing the game here. And that's the difference in development of young players. Some players transition from the American Hockey League to the NHL is rather quick, and some guys it's a little bit slower. And that's the way it goes. That's what the American Hockey League's for, is help develop these players to get them ready to play in the NHL. And Ashton and Holland are perfect examples of that.
Did you play with his dad?
Yes, I played with his dad. He was born in Winnipeg. I remember when he was born. I don't know if that's good or bad.
His dad was a pretty good offensive player.
His dad scored 30 goals a couple of times, yeah. His dad was a shooter, for sure.
When the power play is going well, what should it be doing in your mind?
Well, I think execution is predominantly what you notice the most is you can move the puck and you move yourself, and you're never standing still. And that's that when you become stagnant on the power play, you become isolated, and you're allowing the opposition to isolate you in certain areas of the ice. And our power play has been a pretty effective tool for us, and it's gone a little bit flat here, and it's created a few headaches for the coaching staff.
Have you thought about radically changing the personnel at all?
Yeah, we've thought about it. We've thought about doing some. I think that those changes that you see that do take place at times are a sign of desperation, and I don't know if we're at that point yet.
A goal like the one that went off the North the other day, is that just a fluke?
Well, it's a fluke goal, but we turned the puck over. Franny turned the puck over in the neutral ice where we didn't have to. So that's a mistake, and we all make mistakes, and you can forgive them for making mistakes, but then we follow it up with another mistake on the very next, well, the same power play, but about 40 seconds later. Those are the things that really sting you.
Randy, in your time here, what, if anything, has really surprised you about Tyler Bozak as a player?
Just unassuming. I think that the notoriety that follows him around, he's kind of a quiet guy. He slips in the shadows, and I think there's always been question marks. Is he this or is he that, or if he's good enough or if he's that? Well, we believe in him quite a bit, and you can tell by the commitment that the organization's made to him that we believe that he's a pretty good hockey player and he fits in well with our group.
His point totals are all top 15 in this league amongst all the centers, so I mean that speaks for itself.
Yeah, and he's missed a pile of games with an injury, so I think with Bozy, again, we rely on him, and it's one area that he's really focused on as of lately is his faceoffs. He's been real strong. He's back to the Bozy that we know in the faceoff circle.